Surprising how you can keep so much bottled up, so much resentment over something that's not really that deep. So many things occurred whilst I was typing this out that I even couldn't believe I lived through this. Southwest London, born and bred, I never had a care in the world. And why would I? I was 10 and a half, just picked out my secondary school that was starting in September. My little sister had been born, and although I wasn't too fond of her, it was cool to have a little play doll of my own. Went to Elliot's secondary school on my opening day. A little bit scared, but made a couple friends. Knew that I'll be returning there in September. Walked to my parents' bedroom that evening, and before I reached the door, I heard them speaking in Yoruba about a big move. I had moved around a lot when I was younger, so I was used to moving. But this was going to be like an experience I'd never experienced before. Firstly, it took about 100 hours from our small little nice flat in Battersea to move to Copthorne Village. One thing I noticed, there was no buses. There were no people. There were no traffic lights. Where was I? So let's fast forward to the first day of school. Got to the school, walked in, went to the assembly hall, and I looked around. I was the only black person in the school. Now this was a huge shock for me because I was used to coming from a class where everyone was black and one person was white. So now to go to a school where everyone was white and I was the only black person was a complete mindfuck. My first 3 years in lower school were terrible. I was basically mute for the first couple weeks. Didn't know who to speak to, didn't know what to say, and when I did speak, everyone thought I was foreign. Parents' evening in year 8. Now my dad's always liked nice cars, and he could afford nice cars. But I just don't think people thought black people could afford nice cars. So as we walked out, went to classes together, and I stood outside the class, someone asked me, "Does your dad sell drugs?" What? Does your dad sell drugs? What do you mean? Well, black people can't afford cars like that. So like, how did he get it? What does he do? I said, no, he doesn't sell drugs. He just likes Mercedes. I said, and he has a business. He has businesses. What kind of business? I wasn't really sure what he did. From then on, people started to be nice to me. I think it's because of the car, to be honest, but I was cool with having friends that way anyways. Fast forward to Black History Month in year 9. I had one teacher, Mrs. Clifford, the best history teacher ever. Went to her class and she actually celebrated Black History Month. But unfortunately, she didn't know there's certain things you don't play in classes where everyone's white and one person's black. She popped in Roots and made the class watch it. Whipping Toby to say his name, everybody stared and looked at me in disgust. I put my head in the table and just thought, you know what? It's cool. Walked out to the corridor now and someone said, "What are you smiling at, you nigger bitch?" Year 9, I'd never heard the word nigger used in that way in my life. I was shocked. First thing I did was snitch. I mean, I came from South London. You never snitch when you're from South London, like you know that. But I wasn't gonna beat him up. Everybody was looking at me like I was a dickhead. So I thought, what can I do? His mum's a teacher in the school. Let me stitch him up. So I snitched. I snitched and people had a go at me. Oh, you got him suspended. You're evil. You're mean. I took it and I kept it moving. Year 10 sports day, another day that students tried to mug me off. I was never really good at athletics, but I did shot put. As I arched myself in my position to throw the ball, I reached an all-time record. I was so happy. People were saying my name out loud, my form was screaming, everyone was excited. I had done something that nobody had done in 5 years. 7.8 meters. That's when I heard a girl called Roxy whispering, "She cheated, she cheated." That's when I heard more people saying, "She cheated, she cheated." The teacher came over to me and was like, "We have to see the recording. We have to make sure you didn't cheat." Why is it when I had my go, I must have been cheating to reach my record, but when everybody else had their shit go, they didn't get accused of cheating? Anyways, they watched through the tapes and saw that I wasn't cheating, and I got my award, and I got scouted. I've been called a lot of things in that school. Bitch, black bitch, cow, black cow, everything that was a word, I've been called the black version of it. So now, I was in school and somebody called me something that I'd never heard before. Monkey. Monkey. Now, I'm not even gonna pretend that it didn't even hurt me. My God, this one stupid word made me cry so fucking hard. It wasn't even that it wasn't like a stupid word. The fact that someone could compare me, a human being, to a monkey, it hurt me. So this time I didn't snitch. This time I said, fuck it, I'm gonna have to get him. So I told everybody to let this guy know that my cousins were gonna come to the school and stab the life out of him. Obviously, because I was black, they all assumed that it could happen. So he came over to me one lunchtime and he begged me on his knees, please, please, please don't get your cousins to stab me, please. I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it. I said, we'll see. After that, no one fucked with me. They really thought I had people to stab people. I mean, it wasn't what should have been out there, but it was better than being called a monkey, nigger, bitch every day. It's funny because even when I read this back to myself, I think, bloody hell, like, did I really go through all these things? I mean, I'm 23 now and I'm thinking back to this, and this is stuff that I experienced, 10 years ago? My sister is 10 years younger. I'd hate for her to experience anything that I experienced. But I learned things that I don't even regret. Like, I don't regret any of the situation because it made me the person I am now. People said I wasn't gonna move out, I moved out. I wasn't gonna live in London, I live in London. I wasn't gonna afford a house, I have my own flat. I wasn't gonna get a job, I've got a job. I wasn't gonna make it, I'm pretty good. Being too friendly is what fucked me over. Never be too friendly. In fact, go for the jugular sometimes because it makes you a better person at times. Settling is what I was used to doing. Wasn't good at maths, wasn't good at English. I was all right at science. But drama, performing arts, that's where it was at. And ever since then, I've always wanted to be in the media field or the drama field. My parents, God bless them, they've always pushed me to do it, and that's what I'm striving on doing now. If I could tell myself one thing 10 years ago, it'd be don't change who you are. You're fucking sick. Like, you are the dog's bollocks bee. I even couldn't believe I lived through this. I was the only black person in the school. Monkey. This one stupid word made me cry so fucking hard. Like, you are the dog's bollocks bee.
It's been a while since I last spoke to you. Haven't seen your grave since your birthday. And I remember walking into the gym with Habs. He said you were Will's cousin and he introduced us and you shook my hand. I thought you were different because no one was really shaking hands them times. I'm hoping that you're proud of me.